testing testing testing， 聽唔聽到？聽唔聽到？滑鼠唔見咗，聽到聽到，等等啊，個滑鼠唔見咗，等佢撈入 game 先。撈咁耐嘅，OK， 咁啊，等待中，報道，嗨，咁早話 ready， 其實我啱啱喺度偷睇緊漫畫，報道，到報，食住飯嚟睇 ，OK， 聲話 OK 嘅，好，咁啊，大家晚上好啊，我已經唔記得自己玩緊啲乜嘢啦，我記得上次呢，入咗修道院噶嘛，但係最後唔知做漏咗啲乜嘢，所以決定要重玩嘅，但我就唔記得咗。呢個唔係啦，呢個係應該好似係想話點樣呢度通緝緊我，整裝備，定係向拉德貴大人報告啊？喺呢個位度停低。Boy A C 喺呢度，應該係 Boy 報告咗先係嘛？唔記得咗。整裝備係咩？死啦！真係太耐唔記得晒啦。係咪要收埋啲嘢先啊？好似話驚。Hi hello， 好似係話驚。真係俾佢收晒啲嘢，我唔記得咗啦。咁而家日頭，拉德貴大人應該未起身嘅。咁我哋先擺低啲嘢先咯。好唔好呢？定係擺馬度呢？我哋嘅馬都夠重嘅，係啲嘢有啲雜七雜八，有啲多啫。Hello，Kingdom Come 係最好睇，希望今日進度好啲啦，係咪先啊？移到馬嘅包包先收埋先咯，應該就着住呢啲入去先都 OK 啩？哇！呢件咩衫嚟㗎？就咁睇好似好靚咁樣喎。嗱，剝咗佢先，呢個可以剝嘅。咦？件衫好似好靚咁喎，未着過呢啲衫。我而家呢個 cheap 啲啊，着呢件啦咁。呢件都 cheap 啲嘅，着呢個，着啲 cheap 啲嘅嘢去。呢啲唔會俾人哋搞掛，0蚊都唔值錢噶啦。頂帽，唉，擺埋啦。咩？琴晚個台冇咗，好空虛，冇辦法，真係突然之間正諗住沖完涼出嚟開鋪嘅時候呢，就話要過嚟，係咯，突然間就話要過嚟，跟住搞到開唔到。唉，大家都知道。我搬之前開唔到台係點解㗎啦？咁啊結果同一個原因又唔開得啦。呢啲佢我帶住毒藥入去修道院咁，會唔會俾人哋覺得好可疑㗎？我呢個就咩？不如食鬼咗佢啦！因為我哋亨利仔就嚟餓死嘅。我哋亨利仔。亨利仔肚餓，70嚟 OK， 食咗2個麵包飽飽啦。開門出去咯！咩人體垃圾箱啊？我食垃圾咩？ 個包仲有50%先壞喎，唔算係啦，係嘛？收翻個點樣收翻個火把啊？我頭先瞬間好似見到好似着底褲咁，呢條褲咩事啊？點解呢條褲正中間有穿咗窿嘅？啊，咩褲嚟？咁特別嘅一條褲，零零舍舍要遮嘅位冇遮嘅，吓咁搞笑嘅？乜方便屙尿，所以着一條穿窿嘅褲，咁不如唔好咁唔遮嘅話，不如連褲都唔好着。你明唔明啊？如果既然為咗屙尿而特登整個穿窿嘅話，不如連條褲都唔好着。嗰度係最應該遮嘅地方嚟喎，唔係咩？最應該遮嘅地方冇遮，咁同冇着褲有咩分別啊？潮流興，唔知呢即係唔知中世紀有冇裸體狂呢個公共猥瑣罪嘅項目㗎咧嚇？我估計以前應該都唔俾啲咩啊偷呃拐騙強姦巴噶啦，係咪先？非禮可能做咗都冇證據又冇乜計，但係着住條咁嘅褲出街，唔覺得好危嘅咩？我玩咁耐好似未見過咧，人就連乞衣都唔會着條中間穿窿嘅褲喎，咩遮少少仲加吸睛。真係好似此地無銀300兩咁啊，仲加上望啊嘛，笑死！咁你着住件咁唔體面嘅衫去見拉德貴大人，好似唔係咁好啊！真拉德貴大人，咦，黑地仔着住啲咩？着住件睡衣過嚟見我嘅你嚇，咁樣就唔好啦，係咪先？好啦，着呢件啦，睇落靚啲啊，跟住然後攞翻條似樣啲嘅褲，呢條補過嘅褲可能都冇咁肉酸。自己紅色佢啦吓，得自己條褲我都接受唔到啫。咁樣四正去見拉德貴大人。我哋今日咧係想要去，拉德貴大人喺度啦。做咩啊？頭先咩事啊？黑咗，跟住然後人呢？唔好走啊！做咩唔理我啊？大人，有事要稟報啊！咁第二次先理我嘅。應該唔係呢個。
Sir, I've been to Ujits, and the parish priest there is very.
Godwin? Aye, and he was sent to the university. So when he finished studying, instead of I imagine he.
咦
Take care.
咦？個任務咧？個任務咧？畢咗。而家交談都唔俾撳，咦？又黑咗嘅咩事啊？我做乜事啊？發生咩事？阿拉德貴大人喺度左右橫幅喎，唔知咩事啊？等佢正正常常行完條路啦，一係我唔知觸發咗啲乜嘢。咩篤灰啊？我報告係篤灰咩？我記得上次係想要向佢報告咗先至解任啊嘛。你唔知試下撳呢個。
This investigation in.
What have you found?
I tracked down a gang of robbers who recruited killers for Pribyslavitz. They know the Horsons who torched Neuhof.
太耐啦，已經唔記得晒啲劇情。
Did you find out any more?
So far, not much. If I'm going to infiltrate them, I have to do what they say. That means murdering one of them.
唔係喎，而家講緊就係呢單喎。
Apparently he was at Neuhof too.
You have to kill a criminal to prove yourself to them? Huh.
啊，唔記得斟水添。
That's not the worst of it. This pious is hiding out in the monastery pretending to be a novice. I'd have to get inside the cloisters to get at him.
Good God above, that's another matter entirely. They don't let just anyone into the cloisters, and the abbot won't give up any of the novices. Secular law has no jurisdiction inside the monastery. But this is the second time that something untoward has happened there.
好大嘅
First the counterfeit.
好大嘅官威啊！修道院啊，
I'd
冇
be
人可以
glad to have
管到
someone take a
佢
look
啊！
inside.
除咗加入教團，我冇咩可以做噶啦。我應該點處置派亞斯？
What should I do with Pius once I find him?
問下先
Don't
啦。
kill him. Bring him to the bailiff in Ratte. He'll interrogate the man and give him a fair trial.
It doesn't sound like an easy task, sir. Getting into the cloisters, finding Pius, and then getting him to the
係
bailiff.
咯，我係咪唔應該撳呢個？
But I have confidence in your abilities.
哇！
It
一
seems
個
like
有
the only
自
way to
信、
find
有信
Pius
心
is to
就
join the order. Damned if I know how, though.
A bit of meditation and learning would do you good.
哇 talk
Really
shit
the only way to
喎！
get to him, then you'll have to
叫
do
我
it.
冥想就揾到方法啦，係最好係喎。
Sadly, my relations with the monastery aren't
啊，幫你
entirely
唔到手啊！你自己冥想揾辦法啦，咁嘅意思喎吓？
Good luck then.
吓？我嚟揾你報告，你就係叫我增加我嘅任務難度嘅。早知唔同佢講啦，好後悔啊！點會咁㗎？點算啊？而家唔係直接殺佢啦，而家仲要話捉過嚟拉太添喎，泰拉定拉太？我記得呢度係拉太啊嘛。佢頭先話泰拉係咩？打錯字啊嚇！老闆都係咁，我哭啦！我而家真係話咩啊？我同修道院關係唔好啊，有個辦法要自己諗噶啦。佢話阿 Sir 啊，大人啊，你要我辦妥嘅嘢太難啦，又要潛入，又要大人翻嚟向你稟報。結果我哋嘅大人就係話多啲冥想同埋唔知咩啊？唔知噏乜 Q 嘢咧，就可以幫到你。跟住我 what 啊，跟住佢話我對你嘅能力有信心嚇。咁樣講完幾句廢話就話叫我要做好呢件嘢。哇！真係可真好用喎，亨利仔。老闆識做唔使揾你做，啊出得起報酬又唔同喎嚇你。你出唔起報酬嘅話，得把口講叫我做咁樣，你話大晒啦，係咪先？件事唔簡單噶喎，大人。走啦！我唔知佢係咪啱唔啱路？啱路啊！咁 cheap 制自己行先。早知唔同佢稟報，直接踩去修道院啊！我到底上一集做錯咗啲乜嘢要重玩呢？已經失咗憶。有冇人啊？趁依家啊去翻上一集睇啊，睇最尾啊，係因咩原因要重玩啊？笑死！咁啊逃離咗啦，咁我哋再嚟到。你話亨利仔係咪世一工具人啊？這麼好用嚇？即係咧，其實大人咧俾我哋嘅報酬都唔係好多嘅啫，又唔係升到好多官，又唔係發達，因為大人自己都唔係好有錢啊。但係啲嘢就難嘟到，簡直係世一工具人啊！收咁少嘢做咁多嘢，咁好用係咪先？亨利仔呢個升官發達大計唔易做啊！係咪做唔到修道院啲人？我唔記得咗咯，好似應該睇完個劇情就重玩啦，好似。你想收埋啲裝備先？我覺得係裝備咯，都應該係。唔好啦，算啦，一陣間都着修道袍噶啦，呢啲由佢啦吓。 呢啲咩銀戒指、項鏈都收埋佢啦。呢啲都唔要啦。就着件最頹嘅碌過去啦。咩老闆以前有錢係管銀區啊？你有道理喎，但係佢而家冇咗啦，佢都窮啦。你為咗入黑幫營地啊，所以要經過佢哋俾你嘅嘢啊嘛，呢個我都仲記得嘅。死啦！喺邊度解任嘅呢？唔係啊！哇！呢個吹到咁樣嘅，係佢啦。嗱，喺呢個位 save 先。好，我哋又正式入去啦。我係卡爾啊，我申請嚟呢度啊，要成為一個修士。靠口才。阿修道士口才11啊，都唔低啊！我哋練咗好高口才。
The last one didn't even have a letter, and you'd think his backside was on fire, the way he kept looking over his shoulder.
You took him without the letter? You didn't find that suspicious?
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone, but he's a priest and knows how things work in the monastery, so there was nothing to prevent him from being accepted, at least temporarily. You're a different case, though. Are you able to read?
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of Saint Benedict and renounce forever the temptations of this world?
諗住出家未啊？係啊，出家。使唔使剃頭啊？死啦！我身上面啲錢都好似未擺翻喎。
You may not enter this place burdened by worldly goods. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while.
我隻馬你唔會
While I go
搶
and see
走
the
㗎好。
prior to arrange matters for your acceptance. Good luck to you.
仲嚟得切收埋啲錢先。哇！成8000蚊喺度，梗係唔俾你啦，係咪先？呢個唔收得喎。呢啲冇所謂啦，開數收埋先呢啲身有屎嘅嘢。繃帶由佢啦嚇，沾血嘅食物。佢會唔會捉我帶毒藥？我帶毒藥同埋惡魔嘅藥劑入修道院做見習修士，佢會唔會嬲我？喂，帶住毒藥過嚟，你想點啊？咁樣就唔係咁好啦，係咪先？馬啊，你留喺度等我下。偷偷地帶啲暗器過去啊！而家想帶個匕首，想暗殺人都唔得啦，係咪先？係嘛？
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing
呢套衫入面有冇第三褲啊？佢話我要處理世間所有財產，一件衫都唔俾留，底衫褲都唔得，底衫褲都算財產啦，係嘛？我哋亨利仔連髮型都變埋嘅，好似。好啦，又唱聖歌啦。嗰個修士個額頭有一執頭，唔係頭頂有一執嘅頭髮，好正。中世紀嘅 KK 園區，講得冇錯，都覺得好似你唔跟住唱 唔識英文㗎，唔好意思。哈魯舍伊比托抓哈伊比塞布列達布語。我唔識英文啊，我都唔知佢唱緊乜。應該係唱緊英文㗎係嘛
？Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the
拉丁文啊，死咯，更加唔識喎，真係陰公。拉丁文嚟嘅，哇死啦，唔識唱啊！點解你哋會知係拉丁文嘅陰公豬？點解會知啊？太可怕啦！難不成你哋識拉丁文？我哋亨利仔表示都未學過拉丁文啊。Peme, Bamime, Secundum, Me, Yo, Tuhum, Efia, Eturcut, K, Abespecta, You, Gebe,唱啦，我都唔識唱。佢又真係噏到啲嘢出嚟喎。Me abesya taredare me.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
唔知點解個腦裏面突然間諗起係咪小圓嗰首 opening 嗰首歌？
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your
唔知點解咧，反而會諗起呢首歌，也不知道。請你開始你嘅導覽，可唔可以跳過參觀修道院嘅呢一環？哦，誒，多謝佢算啦。
You don't know Latin, do you?
第一句就話你唔識拉丁語係咪？
will teach you fast enough.
係啊，我都唔識啊。
Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice, or did someone force you to come?
我唔好咁 negative 啊。呢個問題可唔可以遲啲先講啊？我哋
Very well.
記唔記得嚟做咩啊？揾出嗰個人啊嘛。
You'll find your feet soon enough.
揾下邊個啊嘛。
Would you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm
然
here
後懟冧佢啊嘛，但係我哋嘅大人話唔
I
好
like
懟冧
books
佢
and
啊
I want
嘛
an，education.
捉佢過
Although
去
I
啊
must
嘛。
say, so far the monastic life's been quite unexpected.
死啦！我冇睇佢講咩，佢講
Would
乜
you
嘢？
tell me something about you?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a
佢
poor
唔識
merchant.
經商，但係佢又中意
I want an
書，
education.
想受教
Although I must
育
say,，
過嚟讀書嘅。記得同所有人都傾下偈啊！
Let's go then.
哦，
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards. Make sure to read it this evening so you know how things work. Right, we can
就
go
算
now.
出家都要翻工
Follow
啊，
me
陰
closely.
公。
I'll explain everything as we go.
我諗翻工應該係呢個世界咧
Remember one word.
無可避免嘅。
It's your job to work and pray. You serve the Lord now, not your own bodily needs.
惡魔一般嘅行為啊，簡直係邊個發明翻工？ 我連出家我要拋開世俗嘅所有嘢，我都要返工啊！全世界都要返工。
Salve, be well.
行得好辛苦啊，吉下吉下咁行。
This is the way to the dormitory, where we all sleep.
哦，認下路先，會迷路啊！
It's now yours. Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me? To appreciate sleep. We rise before dawn every day. Takes a bit of getting used to.
哇，陰公啊，冇覺好瞓㗎呢度。哇，咁多個人，我全部都要傾偈啊！
This is the garden, a place for silent contemplation and meditation.
冥想，而家立緊雨
Centuries
喎。
ago, this monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius.
突然間
His
拋下
earthly
我自己
remains
行
can be
嘅
found in a cave under the monastery, and his spirit wanders the corridors
喺
at
呢度
night.
仲慘過翻工，辛苦過翻工，覺都冇得你瞓啊！真係，
So
連
beware.
瞓覺都要俾人管。
Here are the frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et
呢個任
labora.
務係冇最優解嘅，咁
As a
樣
novice,
啊？
you must always listen to your superior brethren. And above us monks are the prior and the circators, who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the
哇！
canes
仲
they
要俾
carry.
人棍打
Do what they
喎
say.！
哇！佢叫我做咩
This is
做
the
咩？呢個軍
refectory
隊嚟
where we
㗎
come。together to eat. During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the rule of Saint Benedict.
The rule is the only law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its precept, expect a swift
巡
punishment.
查長咁大
I've
權
already told
威
you，about the circuitous. The library, the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here, we also copy them. You too will learn how.
And that's all.
誒我
Today you
想
are still
撳
free from duty. But tomorrow you begin
你
work
又
like the
你
others.
聽日開始要
If
翻
you
工
need
啦。
anything, ask any of the brothers.
Oh no！
We'll be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices. You already know me. Then there is Siskin, Yodok, and Lucas.
Thanks for showing me around. There's a lot to learn here.
同佢講對派亞斯嘅搜查，哇！我想拿到去數。
Will you tell me something about yourself?
睇下邊個係
There's
派
not
亞
much
斯
to。tell. I lived in Vlashim, and after my father died, I found out I wasn't much of a merchant. So I left the shop to my brother.
睇嚟呢個
Decided
唔
to
係
become
派
a
亞
monk.
斯，都好誠
It's
懇。
peaceful here. There's food and lots of time to read.
So you chose to come here.
It may seem strange, but I'm one of the few novices that did. I might be the only one. The truth is, the idea of spending my life in a monastery was more
哇！
appealing
呢
than
條友
being cooped
為
up
咗
in a
睇書，
greasy
寧
old
願
shop.
寧願出家。我諗你知唔知我今日先至係我今日先至躺平嗰時咧，攞翻即係喺 YouTube 度揾到小書痴嘅嗰啲有啲講故事嗰啲片咧，濃縮嗰啲咧，又睇咗差唔多2個鐘。係啦，都好掛住睇小書痴嗰種幸福嘅時期啊！即係每一日都有嘢睇咧，好快樂嗰陣時。你小書痴又好好睇咧，我睇咗咁多章，仲我冇任何一個章節係真係覺得悶㗎咯，所以好幸福嗰個月啊！一起身就睇到瞓覺為止，真係好爽。開鎖器，作為一個臥底咧，呢啲就唔可以太張揚嘅。佢應該改晒名都冇人知邊個係叫做派亞斯啦，係嘛？咁開鎖器呢啲，敢唔敢問呢？我睇埋
I'd
呢
like
度
to
先。
ask you something about the monastery. Who's in charge of things around here?
Truthfully, everyone except us. But officially, Abbot Peter. And soon enough, someone else.
阿 Peter 院長，
Our life will still be work and prayer.
I see.
有
Are
冇
there
鬧
any
過交
rifts
㗎佢
between the
哋？
brothers?
Yes.
會。
From the moment talk began
自從
about
講
electing
新
a new
嘅
abbot,
院長
it's been
選
like a
舉，
hornet's nest
呢
here.
度就亂七八
Strange
糟
you
啦。
haven't noticed.
競選修道院院
Tell me
長，
something about electing the abbot.
Abbot Peter is old.
阿 Peter 院長老啦，如果佢死咗嘅話，要揾一個新嘅院長。而家候選人係阿約翰同內弗拉斯，我啊覺得內弗拉斯會係絕對正確嘅人選啊，但係我哋見習修士咧就冇發言權嘅。
Tell me something about life here.
Work, prayer, work.
做翻工祈禱，翻工祈禱，翻工祈禱，食飽就瞓。
That's the central truth of our lives.
好悶啊，媽咪啊！
What are the roles of the various monks here?
唔同真係有咩職責㗎？有啲人管圖書館，有啲花園。阿院長就管所有人，佢唔喺度嘅就有啲長老嚟管。但係你要小心係巡查長，佢係管我哋規律㗎，好嚴好惡㗎，唔想俾人鬧咧，俾人罰咧就乖乖地。咦？又可以咁？
Who's in charge of things around here?
Truthfully,
有沒有新修道院長嘅候
Are there
選人？
already candidates to be the new abbot?
brothers John and Neville.
約翰同內弗修拉斯，但係其他人呢，好似瘋狗一樣咁為咗佢哋而爭執啊！點解見習修士唔可以投票啊？
They say we don't have enough experience to decide about anything.
佢話我哋經驗唔夠啊！邊個贏好重要
Why
咩？
is who wins so important?
We're young and we'll spend the rest of our lives here. And the abbot
院
decides
長係
everything
決定
about
我哋
our
生活
lives.
嘅一切啊！
Didn't it ever
你
occur
知唔
to
知
you
佢
how
權力有
powerful
幾大啊？你講落法拉斯好有興趣喎，佢係點
Nevlas
㗎？
manages the monastery's
佢係
property.
管錢嘅
He's，what they call the provost.
透過改革回歸純潔嘅信仰嚟揾翻修道
By
生活嘅
returning
莊
to pure
嚴。
faith. A lovely idea, but most of the monks are against it.
即係佢清廉啲咁嘅意思
This
啊
John, who is he?
？John 有
Sir
邊個
Cater,
啊？
and really just
佢係
an
巡查
unpleasant
長
old
嚟
man.
嘅，好唔
It's
得
mostly
人
the
中
older
意嘅
brothers
老
on his
嘢
side,
嚟。
because they believe
大
he'll
部分
protect
老
the
啲
status
嘅都
quo
企佢
and
嗰
all
邊啊！
the
佢哋
benefits
想
that come
維
with
持
long
現
service.
狀，透過長久工作，即係歐師傅啦。簡單講就歐師傅啦。
I'd
仲
like
係
to ask you something
仲
about
係
the
白色嘅，等我睇下先。翻結束未撳？你想選邊個係新嘅修道
Who
院
would
院
you
長
choose
啊？
as the new abbot if you could?
Why should I even think about that when I don't have the right to vote?
格雷戈爾，
Gregor, don't go
唔
poking
好
your
周圍
nose into
刺
other
探人哋
people's
嘅嘢
business.
啦，咁樣你先至瞓得
You'll sleep
安
better
心
at night.
啲嘅。哇！佢唔講咯喎，唔俾我講咯喎。喂，咁咩日常啊？咩嚟㗎？見習修士以下嘅日程反映咗你入修道院嗰時每日都要完成嘅任務啊！秩序同埋紀律呢，係教團建立嘅基石，即根本軍隊嚟。任何違反日程行為嘅，都會感嘆號標出啊，會受到懲罰。你需要冥想、祈禱同埋學習可以替換咩？祈禱同學習可以替換呢，就瞓同埋替換就餐同瞓覺嘅安排。清晨3點就要起身，4點就要晨禱，唔可以違反啦。即係晨禱2粒鐘先至食飯，8點就喺工作間工作。由內弗修斯拉斯係好難讀佢個名，跟住中午12點就要圖書館。喂，差唔多全部都感嘆好噶喎。午間又禱告，做嘢做到8點開始，做到12點又去圖書館做，又要再做到4點，跟住然後祈禱到2點，冇晒儲存藥水，哎呀冇啊！夜晚7點呢，9點就要宵禁，9點前呢自由活動，讚頌我主。What the？ 喂，真係乜都冇剩喎，點算啊？開鎖器都，我又唔敢問喎，陣間佢覺得我好可疑，點算啊？
Talk to me, brother.
自我介紹先。哦，我係格雷戈爾啊。
But I've no time for idle
我唔
chat.
得閒同你傾偈
I
啊！我
transcribe books from dawn
由
till
朝早
dusk.
到夜晚都要
I've been
抄
doing it for years,
書
and
啊
I'll！be doing it till
我
the
抄
day I
書
die.
抄到就嚟
What,
死
you do
啊！
nothing else?
點解啊？唔做其他嘢
This is
咩？
my penance and my blessing.
呢個係我嘅懲罰，亦
And
都
now,
係祝福
brother,
嘅
if you
兄
don't
弟
mind,。I'd like to get this page finished.
哦，已經變咗抄書機器啦。
The book stood in there out for your eyes to see.
下面有人喺度唱歌。哇！咩啊？偷走？唔係，冇啲咁嘅事。邊個話偷走啊？黐孖筋，冇咁嘅事發生啊！雖然想升閱讀嘅能力啫，要唔好啦，係咪先？唔可以睇嘅咩？我睇書唔得嘅，係要我偷嘅。哇，好多書啊！黐線㗎，喂！一個書架一個，睇書唔得。嗯？巾幗英雄。見到周圍冇人就想偷，如果我一偷啊，俾人捉到個豬豬，我而家冇地方可以收埋嘅，知唔知啊？我冇開鎖器啊！加幾點啊？而家就嚟宵禁噶咯喎！哇！鳩豬啊！大鑊啦！我在哪啊？咦？大鑊啦！我第一日就要打破宵禁啦！唔好啊！點解有人？而家到底幾點啊？唔係9點夜晚咩？咁光嘅個天。
What do you desire, Brother Gray?
哇！佢咁快知我個名。哇！呢啲點撳啊，大佬？
I'd like to ask you something about... Who's in charge of things around here?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him.
Peter 成日去旅行，你見唔到佢，
And on top of that,
佢又
he's
老
old
又
and
病啊！唉，希
Perhaps
望
the
佢活
good
多
Lord
幾
will
年
bless him
啦
with。
And what happens when the old
如
abbot
果佢
dies?
死咗點
Then
算啊？
we elect
哦，
a
咁
new
我哋咪揀個新噶咯。
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Well, the abbot is the head, but he's not here now.
長
Then
老、
there's
副
the
長
prior
老，
and the sub-prior, the librarian, the porter, and many others. As a novice, you should be particularly mindful of the circators.
個個都話巡查長。
What can you tell me about the novices here?
點調查個
What
人
can
啊？
I
好
say?
難玩喎。
You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows and become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yorok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager.
若都黑好
Siskin
怪，
is good company,
西斯金好好相處啊，但係作為僧侶又太過世俗。
Antonius is hardworking
安東
and
尼斯
will
啊，
help
勤
with
勞
anything.
又樂於助人，但係成日都唔祈禱。
Lucas is as
盧
quiet
卡
as
斯
a mouse,
靜到好似
and
隻
no
老
one
鼠
knows
咁，
too
冇
much
人知
about
佢
him.
想點。
And then we have you, about who
仲有
I
我哋唔
know
知你係
nothing.
乜水啊！
Can you leave the monastery?
Where would you go? You have everything you need here. Anyway, all the doors here are closed.
哇，門
and
都
locked.
鎖埋啊，走都冇得走，呢個
So
後
no
花
one
園
can
嚟
get in
喎，
or
做咩都冇人管喎又，真恐怖。
Tell me something about...
Prayer, work.
哇，軍隊嚟嘅真
Can
係。
you tell me something about the rule of St. Benedict?
Ha! 7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nursia wrote, the fundamental precepts are,
Do you never want to know what's going on out...
and what should be going on. The sky is just as blue, and the grass is just as green.
哇！你班會好離地喎，呢啲咩唔講啊？
Is it possible to learn something about the other novices in the library?
Only the abbot and the prior keep such records.
只有院長同長老，我睇唔睇得㗎？
No.
唔
The
得
abbot
㗎
writes
噃
and。keeps his records.
院
in
長
his
佢自己
chamber,
房
but
有
only
記錄文
he
件，
and
但係
the
得佢
prior
同埋
are
長老
permitted
有
to
權
read
閲讀，
them.
咁即係我要偷偷地入去啦。
Is there anything I can do to help you?
I'm glad you asked. There's one thing, a silly thing really. I haven't thought to mention it to anyone before, but not long ago, a brother brought me a crumpled piece of parchment. He says he found it rolled up in a hole in the wall. The thing is, it was a page from Ovid.
Ovid? What is that? Is it the name of a book?
Not what, but who. Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few volumes by him in the library.
有
but
人
one of
偷
them vanished one
書。
Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If a book had any mention of woman at all,
呢個
he
呢
condemned
條有
it
咩
as
尤
a
斯提
heretical
斯
work.
修士
If
嘅
he had
仇
his
女
way,
嘅嚇
all。such books would have been
佢話只要
burned.
本書有提過女人都係
Ovid's
邪
art
書
of
啊，
love
咁
must
恐
have
怖
been。such a thorn in his side that he stole it from the library, tore it up, and hid the pages
所以
wherever
懷
he
疑
could.
佢啊，見再覺得唔中意呢本書，成本書偷咗仲燒埋佢。
About that torn up book, what did you want me to do?
In your free time, you could look for
你
the
冇
rest
咩
of it.
嘢做，可以揾下其他
I'm
書頁
certain you'll
書頁
find pages from it
嘅。
hidden throughout the monastery.
Oh, would you like me to put the book back together again?
Absolutely.
當然啦，
Eustace's wits
哇！
weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he
死
didn't
啦！我幫佢
destroy
揾，
any
死
of
啦！
the
我答
pages.
應錯
I
咗。
imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will return to his rightful place in the library.
哦，咁樣，唔係，但係都好嘅，有個藉口。我周圍走喺度睇下調查嘢，都會話啊，唔係啊，我幫佢揾書頁咋咁樣嚇，都係一個好嘅藉口嚟嘅喎，係咪先？爭啲想撳下面呢個，但係諗諗下，做得呢個支線任務肯定有啲幫到手，即係有啲原因嘅。以後我大條道理喎，唔係啊！我出現呢度唔係因為又想做啲咩啊！圖書館嗰個收視咧話我幫佢揾翻啲書頁，唔信你問佢啦啊！咁樣係嘛？
I'll look around for it.
咁樣
Thank
將個波
you,
掉俾人。
It's of no great importance, but if you can
有
find
10
all 10
頁
pages.
，OK。
Can you tell me something about the book?
The art of
本書
love
講咩
is
嘅
a
咧？
sort of manual
咩
instructing
維持
young
愛情
people
嘅
to
指
find
南
and
嚟
maintain
嘅
love.。It's a lovely work. I don't understand what bothered Eustace so.
我應該
Where should
點
I look?
揾啊？
If I knew, I
如
wouldn't
果我
have
知我就唔
asked
揾
you
你
to
揾
do it.
啦，呢本
The
書可能
pages of the book
收
can be
埋喺
hidden
任何
anywhere,
嘅地方
from the
㗎。
garden to the refectory.
嗱，呢個真係唔敢及啊！唉，夠啦夠啦，好啦，我哋而家大條道理周圍走啦。
It might be wrong.
呢啲冇名嘅應該，咁錯就係疏，爭啲打人啊！真係啱西施金啊，
My name's
啱
Gregor,
啱入嚟
novice.
就惹是生
Call
非。
me Siskin.
哦，你可以叫佢西
Are
施
you
金。
here of your own free will, or is this a punishment?
你係想自己嚟定係受懲罰㗎？唉，雖然唔重要嘅，歡迎嚟到煉獄。你話煉
You'll
獄
see？soon enough.
你馬上就會見識㗎啦，好快。拜託佢揾到派下士就過玩啦。我想攞啲唔，哇！一嚟就唔好講呢
Will
啲。
you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk
但係我
about
唔
my
想提
past.
翻我嘅過去喎。我嘅口才高啲，
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about
口
yourself?
才夠高真好啊！
Hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smilflashka Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery.
嚇，
And, being the youngest, a lot fell on
可
me.
憐的孩
I've
子
no head for
哦
managing！the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
啊哈！點解剔咗怕搜索派亞斯嘅？
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate.
我唔嚟嘅話，如果我可以忍受去做乞衣嘅話咯啊！
If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive?
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my my siblings, arguing.
我個兄弟啊，走過嚟啊，嘈話要攞翻啲錢啊！哦，你仲收埋啲剩低嘅，冇錯啊！
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon
可以
as
越
I
早離
can.
開呢度越好啊！
I'll wait another
我等
year
過
or
1年
two
半
until
載
my
啊，
beheaded
避完
brothers
風頭
cool
咧
off
就會將
and
啲
I'll
錢
take
啊
the silver and
帶
run
得
off
越遠越好。
somewhere far away from here.
OK，
That's all I wanted to know.
咁佢唔係
Please
派亞
keep
斯，
it to yourself. Especially
佢
the
傻
part
仔
about
嚟，
the coin.
咁重要嘅嘢真係同我講啊！你係點樣做到唔參加神討又唔受罰
How is
㗎
it？that you don't get any penance for missing morning
嚇，你
prayers?
又知嘅？
I've paid off the circators
我
to
賄
turn
賂
a
咗巡
blind
查
eye.
長
And
啊
the！other monks don't notice as long
其
as
他
you
僧
show
侶
your
只要
face
你
there
唔好
from
成日
time to
圍住
time.
佢哋轉呢，佢哋
They'll
係唔
still
會注
wake
意
at
道
that
德
time of the
嘅。
morning.
朝早大家都好唔清醒啊！即係有錢就可以嚇。OK OK， 我都係對你收起嚟嘅財寶有啲好奇。喂，做到咁明顯啊，唔好啦，係我
Will
就
you
講
tell me
啦。
something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer.
Very well.
Thank you.
好啦，講完啦。你點睇其他見
I'd
習
be
收
interested
視
to hear what you
㗎？
think about the other novices.
佢咩都同我講嘅。
Tell me about Antonius.
Oh, if there was a monk I'd recommend as
哦，
a
如果
friend,
要我
with,
推
of
薦
course,
人
the
做朋
exception
友，
of
咁一定係
myself,
安東尼
it
斯
would be
啦。
Antonius.
佢有個沉穩嘅
He has a
靈魂，又
calm soul.
善談啊！
He's
你
easy to
成日
talk
都
to.
可以
You can
依
always
賴到
rely on
佢啊！
That's all. Thanks.
好夜噶咯，到底係咪真係夜晚要救鳩豬啊？佢會唔會同我一齊俾人
I'd
罰
like to
㗎？
ask you something about the monastery.
你會為揀邊個新
Who would
嘅
you
修道
elect,
院
Albert,
就
if
肯
you
定
could?
有啲嘢呢個主
Most
持，
likely Nevlas.
應該都係內弗拉
He's a
斯
fine
啦。
fellow and
佢
he
睇落好
seems
似
honest.
好人又好誠實。
But truth be told, it doesn't matter much to me. A monastery will still be a monastery, no matter who's in charge. If you really want to...
It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks, eh? I won't ask what for. My advice is to try Brother Solarius.
撒拉乜乜乜。哦，感謝嚇，呢、個夠世俗就可以問呢啲嘢啊。OK OK， 佢唔會陷害我啩？
I'm still curious about this treasure trove of yours.
It's no big terrible secret.
Hmm.
Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
我要話俾修道院院長知先。
I'll leave you be. Don't worry, I won't follow you again.
Thank you. And please, Gregor, don't mention it to anyone.
佢即係將啲寶藏收埋咗喺地下啦，係嘛？全院唯一好人，唯一添啊！哇！佢同佢第一次見面嘅人講咗最大嘅秘密真啊，係因為呢一點啊，我已經知道佢係一個冇機心嘅小傻白甜啊，所以我問咗佢啲嘢嚇，我哋唔好陷害佢啊！佢幫我哋好大忙。邊個巡查啊？巡查長約翰。
I'm Gregor and I'm new here.
I know. I saw you in the church during the ceremony. I have a feeling.
我好有預感會即刻見到你噶啦，仲會好快有交集添，你明啦？你知啊，我係巡查長噶嘛， 咩意思啊？
I make sure
我
everyone
要確保
observes the
所有
law,
人都要
does
遵
their
守
work,
戒
and
律，
that
做
everything
啱
is
自
the
己
way it
嘅
should be.
嘢
when it's not the way it should be?
如果有出差錯
Then
咧，
we're authorized to
哦，
mete
咁我
out
哋就只能夠
punishment.
懲罰
But
啦。
certainly you
你
won't
應該都唔
require
會需要
correction,
咁樣
will
係
you,
嘛，
brother?
兄弟？我好陰森，唔好問呢啲咁敏感啊！你哋
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
吓都係呢啲噶，唉，算啦
About you
咁。
in the election.
Ask me anything you want.
我想幫助你啫。
Tell me something about Nevlas.
Nevertheless is weak
來佛
and
賴是
toothless,
軟弱
full
又
of
仁
hot
而
hair.
未言輕，
How anyone could
成日
think
都
he
誇
might
誇
adapt
其
is
談。
beyond me.
點解會有人
I
覺得
don't
佢
even
比
want
我
to
更
hear
適合
his
做
name.
院長㗎？
I'd like to know what's going on here.
呢度出咗
The
咩
young
事？
brothers feel they don't have the
年
same
輕嘅兄弟
rights and
們啊，覺得佢哋
responsibilities
冇同我哋
as
呢啲奉
we
獻多年嘅
who
兄弟
spent
有
much
同
of
樣
our
嘅
lives
權
here.
利同埋
And
責
what's
任
of。it?
今日點啊？
Privilege
特
needs
權
to
係
be
要
earned.
努力先可以獲得
Nevertheless
嘅。
is lying when he says he wants to
來佛
right
拉
wrongs.
斯啊，講大話話要糾正
All he cares
錯
about
誤啊，
is
佢
the
淨係
benefits
關心
of
自己
himself
同
and
好
his
友嘅利益啫。都係嘅，咩幫助你啊？唔好亂嚟啊！真係。
Thank you for answering.
但係我覺得我可以賄賂佢咯。如果有啲錢，即係我想幫助佢嘅話，係咪會冇咁煩？就好似阿邊個講佢話，要賄賂到巡查長係嘛？但係9點啊，冇人去瞓覺。內佛拉斯12，你咪就係嗰個
I'm
咯。
Gregor, a novice.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My
我係
name
呢
is
度嘅
Nevers,
副
and I'm
長
the
老
provost here.
哦，
I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
所以係長老
That
同
means
副
you get
長
to
都喺
leave
度
the
爭。
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure the monks live a humble life and that any
盈
surpluses
餘
go
送
to
俾
the poor.
窮人
But in
嚇。
reality, I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of a new church don't swallow up the few resources we have left.
啊！哇！呢啲揀企邊都好危險喎。如果嗱，我幫佢嘅話，巡查長應該就會成日挑釁我嚇。呢度我哋暫時未需要企定方，即係企
You're not
企
alone.
企喺邊個人度先。
Everyone's so worked up about that, they spent no time considering how they could make the monastery a better place now.
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about their stomachs
好
than
多兄
prayer.
弟比祈禱更加在
The
乎
older
佢哋個
brethren bend
胃
the
啊。
rules of the
而
order
老
to make
修
them
士
fit
咧，
their
成日就
interests.
攞咩啊
So, to
偏
balance
向
the
啊
scales, they want the，novices
用
to
戒
live
律嚟偏向佢
exemplary
哋啊，
lives.
等佢哋有收益，
Sin abounds
為咗
here,
打到
just
秩
as
序
in the
嘅平
outside
衡
world.
啊。唔知講乜嘢？OK。
What sins are you talking about?
The scripture says, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." I'm sorry, Gregor, it's not my place to speak about the sins of others.
Tell me something about how the new abbot will be elected.
A new abbot has to be elected once the old one dies. All the brethren can vote.
除咗
with the
見習
exception
修
of
士
novices.
嚇，
The abbot's crozier will be conferred on whoever
其
is
他人
chosen,
都可以
and
投
he'll take the
票。
vow. When he becomes abbot, a monk spends most of his time
呢個
dealing
真係
with
就用大部
politics
分
outside
時
the
間嚟處
monastery.
理修道院
Instead of actually
嘅
leading
外
the
面嘅政
monastery.
治嘅事，而唔
But
係
he
真
still
正領
maintains
導
a
呢個修
fundamental
道院。
influence on life here.
啊！阿 Peter 啊，成日周圍旅行
Can you
啊。
tell me about Abbot Peter?
Peter's wise in the ways
阿
of
Peter 政
politics
治
and
方
a
面
good
好聰
shepherd,
明，亦都係
but
個
as you've
好
already
神
heard,
父
he's
嚟
old
㗎。
and
但係佢
infirm.
老啦，
The
其
other
他兄弟
brothers
都覺
see
得
him
佢
as
就
one
半
foot
隻
in the
腳踏
grave,
入墳墓㗎
but I
啦。
still have hope for
不
him.
過我覺得佢仲有希
You,
望
brother,
嘅，阿兄
don't let
弟啊，
yourself get involved
你
in
唔
the
好啊
games of
捲
your
入你前
superiors.
輩嘅遊戲裡面啊！
Could you help me with something?
With what?
你想我幫咩啊？咁快
I'm
叫我幫？
interested in medicine,
我對
and
醫
I
學好
know there's
感
a
興
cure for
趣
the。abbot's
我知
ailment.
道有一個辦法嚟可以
With
醫
your help,
院
I
長
could
嘅
find
病
out
啊！
the
如果你要
details,
幫
and
我揾出
together
治
you and
癒
I
嘅方
could give
法，
old Peter a few
等
more
阿
years
Peter
to
活
do
多
good.
幾年啊！你覺得
What do you
點
say?
樣啊？會唔會俾人誤會㗎？你要我做啲咩
What do you need me
先？
for?
In order to get the recipe for this
為咗揾到
medicament,
呢個配方
a
啊，
few
你要
rules
打
will need
破
to be
幾條
broken.
戒律啊！你知啦，大
Now
部
you
分
know
啊
most of
兄
the
弟都
brothers
認為
believe
病痛係
every
上
illness
帝
is a
發嚟
message
嘅
from
訊息，
God, and that it's not
以我
our
哋嘅
place
處
to
境係
deny
冇
his
辦
will.
法否定
I,
佢嘅
however,
決策
think。if God
但我
sent
覺
us
得
not just
上帝
illnesses,
唔單
but
止俾
also the
病痛我哋，
medicine
仲
to
送
cure
咗
them,
醫藥俾我
then
哋
it's
治
our
療。
duty to relieve
咁
又係人幫人喺病痛度啊治癒佢哋嘅解救佢哋係職責嚟㗎啦咁。禁忌之書嚟嘅，唔俾人讀嘅。你長老你都唔讀得，咁我點讀啊？呢個情況你係咪被毒藥佢？我毒藥俾人收起晒啦。點解會俾人禁㗎啲書？因為佢哋叫邪教同埋惡魔召喚咯。醫學啊，以前啊都俾人覺得餵啲奇怪嘢俾人食，所以覺得係有問題。異教徒寫嘅醫學書，伊本西拿。有啲人將佢嘅書咧畫為惡魔嘅作品啊！你要攞鎖匙鎖起嚟啊！咁樣啊？你都識得話攞鎖匙鎖起嚟啦！咁佢喺邊啊？本書？圖書館有一個鎖住嘅大書櫃，禁書都喺裡面。你可以輕易咁揾出啊你要揾嘅嗰本書。佢唔單止有拉丁銘文，仲有咩字母啊！將佢拎俾我啊！但係其他書就要留喺嗰度。一本書消失冇人會留意啊，但係太多咧，人哋就會想調查㗎啦。哇！當住咁多人面前喺度講呢啲嘢啊嚇！呢度周圍都係人嚟㗎喎。箱子嘅鎖匙喺長老嘅房入面，圖書管理員都仲有另一個，或者你可以攞個開鎖器嘅，但係我唔知可以喺邊度拎㗎。塞拉阿斯修士話：喂，呢條有副長老嚟講呢啲嘢真係好嗎？你又唔自己做，你長老嚟㗎喎。因為我最高級別嘅真女咯。如果有一日我要成為院長，你能夠想像我喺黑夜中攝手攝腳揾禁書嗎？你咪要咯。你以為我真係唔得咩？但係唔好啊！意思阿西瑞爾兄弟啊，個腦好似石頭咁樣啊！唔好咁快答應住嚇。唔好意思啊，我嘅良心話我唔好去偷嘢啊。可惜我仲諗住你會幫我添。我哋知道咗情報啫，知道咗先算，幫唔幫佢我哋可以照拎噶嘛，係咪先？真係有㗎，認識其他見習修士去睡覺，都冇人去睡覺嘅嚇。9點㗎咯喎。天少少黑咁咯，係畢咗定乜嘢啊？點解一啲都唔黑嘅？全部人都鳩鳩豬晒啊！呢個邊度嚟㗎？好暗啊！大靚摩伊奈。全部都鎖晒，非常困難。死啦！我個開鎖器我都未必開到喎，偷偷沖涼唔得。啲嘢食嚟㗎啦，我諗。好彩冇撳啫。
He'll do it. Just as soon as we've drunk this one dry. He'll do anything for a little pat on the back.
好彩我冇撳呢個啫。
Peace be with you, brother. 約翰呢個係咩試題擺？唔使理啊呢個。佢落嚟攞酒飲。搞鳩豬啦！過咗9點㗎咯喎。個個都行路咁慢嘅。哇，好暗喎，大佬！第一晚就唔好亂嚟啦。搞鳩豬我又搞鳩豬咯。但係邊張床係我㗎？陣間啊，投訴我瞓咗佢張床啊，總應該唔會有咁好死有床瞓㗎啦。我呢啲咁嘅屎魔 potato 係咪先？呢個盧卡斯。安東尼斯，
真女，見習係着白色嘅，全部瞓呢度。全部人都瞓呢度，都幾嘥空間係嘛？哇，睇唔到啊，好黑啊！9點瞓覺，夜間宵禁。感嘆好嘅呢係違反日程嘅計劃，祈禱學習可以替換就餐同瞓覺嘅安排。祈禱同學習係可以替換就餐同瞓覺，即係我祈禱或者學習就可以唔使瞓覺同食嘢。即係一個地方就可以查晒到底有幾多個人喺度。我可唔可以搶咗張床嚟瞓？你哋班友仔傻下傻下瞓地下，我就攞張床嚟瞓。哇！最偉大嘅副長老都要瞓呢度喎嚇！阿巡查長呢？淨係可以瞓唔俾 save。可以瞓床喎，唉，偷偷地瞓咗張床佢先。第一日應該咩都做唔到噶啦，我諗。啊！佢話3點就要起身噶咯喎。我營養度唔夠啊 ，PK 早知俾吞你仔食飽啲先至出嚟啦。而家食唔飽喎，點算啊？點算啊？食唔飽亨利仔嗰就餓死噶咯喎！你睇下，不過舒適度都有50% 嘅。3點起身啊嘛 ，I know。瞓過籠應該都會罰我啦，係嘛？但好肚餓，點算？我仲要等到6點先有飯食。又話3點嘅，冇人起身嘅，頂咩啊？而家咪3點咯，冇人起身嘅。啊！喂，本書話3點起身祈禱個噃。係4點個神土唔可以咩係嘛？感嘆號係唔可以甩嘅。喂，
Are you waking me? Go away.
吓？3點噶啦喎，要瞓到幾時啊？4點先醒啊，唔係3點啊！我就嚟餓死啦。
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
點算啊？早知等亨利仔食飽啲先啊！我後悔啦，我應該要俾亨利仔食飽啲，食到成隻豬先過嚟。好黑啊！好黑啊！就係好似玩恐怖 game 咁樣，好驚。 個醫導員冇地方可以走，唔怪得啦。我唔需要瞓覺啊，點算啊？揾張靚床瞓先。喂，冇，淨係可以瞓1個鐘嘅啫喎，咁我咪真係要坐到4點，傻㗎？我早啲去祈禱得唔得啊？聽日玩恐怖 game 邊個講㗎？我太肚餓啦，好肚餓啊，好餓啊！食咗又冇。食咗冇人知，冇人知，冇人知發生咩事，冇人知啊！咩違反啊？邊度啊？我哪有違反啊？祈禱喺邊度祈禱㗎？哦，起咗身咯喎，阿盧卡斯。
I'm Gregor, a novice. I saw you at the ceremony.
搵個人傾偈先。
No, it was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
傾快啲，傾快啲，一陣間跟住人行。
I don't know much, but...
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Not a lot. I don't know him.
Tell me about Antonius.
I'd like to, but there's nothing...
哇，呢個好
You
毒
really don't know
喎。
anything about any...
Don't get upset.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's nothing I can tell you.
好
I
焦
mean, where you're
焦
from,
慮
what sort
喎。
of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer. Not what has been isn't important for us. We can't...
好可疑喎。
If you could, who...
But I can't vote. So what's the...
哇！真係咩都唔肯講。
I'd like to ask you... Will you tell me... I mean, where...
I'm...
哇！嗰個唔好啊咁啊。
What has...
夠鐘啦！夠鐘啦！夠鐘啦！大路啊！大路啊！喺邊度最大聲？喺邊度？咦？咁嘈嘅入面。我搞到佢遲到。吓，係咪呢度啊？佢去邊啊？跟佢行先。望住我，喂，遲到咯，好家伙，仲唔行快啲？扮晒嘢先，祈禱就係過嚟唱歌啊！乜咁多人黑色嘅，佢有白色衫嘅，咁多人遲到嘅。應該唔可以喺度傾偈。 啲人遲咁多嚟都得嘅，點解黑色衫嗰啲佢遲咁多？企咗你個位，唔好意思啊。我企前啲，虔誠啲啫嘛。點唱歌啊？唔識唱歌。企牧師位啊？咁大鑊啊！呢個安東尼斯約刀蝦講唔到嘢，盧卡斯好可疑，仲有一個阿西乜乜咧，佢冇嚟。我行住路祈禱㗎嘛。突然間靜咗，好恐怖啊！我行過去中間就靜咗，恐怖啊！喂，安東尼斯咁靜嘅。恐怖啊！喂，唔出聲啊！突然之間，6點未啊？冇人阻止我行嚟行去，不過突然間靜咗，有啲恐怖啫。睇先，巡查長約翰、內弗拉斯，哇！咁多巡查長喺度，冇人罰我嘅。按 T 過時間啊，係喎，OK，食飯啦，終於都。夠鐘食飯，唉，收工。太陽出來了，唉，夠鐘食飯啦，嘿，Go！咁虔誠嘅你，仲唔走食飯啦喎
This is not a good time for questions.
？OK。傾得啦係嘛
Greetings, brother.
Greetings to you, brother.
撩佢講嘅
I'm
2-3次，
Yona,
終於
the
都
oldest of the
終於都
novices.
可以傾
I hope you'll like
傾
it
到
here in the
偈。
monastery and that you won't
佢係最老嘅
get
見
into
習
trouble.
修士。
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when it might come in handy.
I'm interested in the other novices.
阿盧卡斯好可疑啊！
I'm interested in Lucas.
Nobody knows much about Lucas.
冇人知佢係咩
He keeps himself
嘅事
to
啊！佢
himself.
成日都偷偷摸摸。
If you ask me, he's got
我覺得佢
something
一定
to
有
hide.
嘢要隱瞞
I'd
嘅，
keep well clear of him
你
if I
最好
was
離
you.
佢遠
Do
啲
you
啦
have。any grounds for suspecting him of something?
Quite a lot. And also none at all. The circuitous who make the rounds despise him.
巡
and
查
they
長
never
成日
punish
揾
anyone
佢麻
without
煩
cause.
嘅，佢哋成日都冇理由就罰人
Do
嘅。
you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. He's always happy to help,
which is more than can be said for the other brothers.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Oh, he's always got a smile on the new friend, but I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If he was...
Sounds like you don't have much time for him.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor, he's hiding something from us. In fact, now
佢飲每一問佢就講出嚟啦，傻仔嚟
for
㗎。
a while.
What can you tell me about...
Oh,
Can you tell me something about yourself?
睇嚟得盧卡斯最可疑，但係一開始睇落最可疑嗰
I'm
啲，
just the ordinary son of a landowner.
應該都唔係㗎
There's
啦。
nothing in my past, present,
佢原本係地主個仔啊。
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to
作為
inherit my
最
father's
年輕嘅
estate.
仔，我冇
But he
權
was
繼
kind
承
enough
父
to
親嘅
sell
莊
some
園
cattle
啊
and。send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out
好
my
過去
young.
執屎啊！呢度好慘啊！以前啲貴族咧係㗎，唔即係繼承冇繼承權嘅話咧，唔當你係人咁樣，可以當下人咁使添啊！通常都係啊。呢度咧。
Who would you vote for as the new...
Why do you care? We don't have the right.
I'm just interested, that's all.
I like John better. But like
我
I
更
said,
中
it's
意約
not
翰
our place to get
嘅
involved.
嚇，
It's
呢
enough
個
that
竟
Antonius
然
is
仲係
mixed
見
up
習
in
就
it.
咁老
Don't
屎
you
忽。
start too.
呢個有去啦，嗰個唔敢問啊。夠鐘食飯，食飯食飯。誒？有飯梗係食啦。咦？
Inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter,
我碗飯呢？
condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation, we do not permit a disciple.
邊碗飯先係我㗎？
The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do
唔俾坐
what
嘅
it。says. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not
What would you
speak
like?
with my tongue. I have such a
I'd like to ask you something.
I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things.
Who's in charge of things around?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see.
And what happens when the...
Then we elect.
一模一樣。
The more of the punishment for
Are there ever any...
Unfortunately, yes.
Therefore, since this
I understand.
silence, so
一模一樣啊，算啦。
permission to speak
我冇料到嘅，雖然有名。
to permit the silence, even though it be for good, holy, edifying, sacred. For it is
喂，我碗飯呢？我邊碗先係我㗎？
and in another place, death and life are in the power. What is it?
俾佢講嘅。啊，冇事發生。
The rule of Saint Benedict. Reading.
死啦！我再唔坐低，我冇飯食㗎啦。
Degree of humility is obedience without delay.
誒，呢個可以撳喎。
Nothing nearer to than Christ, who, because of the holy service, they have
琴晚食咗麵包唔得，好肚餓啊！要食啊！要食啊！要食啊！ 咦，對面係約翰喎，
by the superior. Receive it as a
係咪要趁機傾下偈啊？
Praise be to Christ, brother.
but this very obedience
I'd like to ask you... I'm interested in the...
Well, it was founded by Saint Procopius 500 years.
Heretics?
They wanted to worship God with some foreign rituals.
for the obedience given to superiors,
About you in the elect...
Ask me anything.
or if the disciple obeys with an ill will,
Thank you for answering.
not necessarily with
I'd like to ask...
simply in his heart,
咦，仲係白色嘅？點解？冇咯
word not to be acceptable to God, who sees that his
喎。哇，穿帽嘅，穿帽嘅。我哋唔好爆咗大鑊啦！
murmurers, unless he amends
食到幾時啊？
satisfaction.
食快啲好冇啊？
Benedict. Readings
我哋就嚟要翻工噶咯
Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot,
喎，就嚟要翻工噶咯
govern his disciples with a twofold teaching.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
喎。做咩唔正面望佢？
I'd like to ask you, who would you like to be the?
I thought long and hard about
喺
it.
約翰
I've
面前
decided
問
to support John.
喺約翰面前問，笑死！
And should know that to whom
周圍問嘅選舉嘅嘢黐乸線
from
啊！
him more is required. Let him make no
咦，可以起身咯喎！食飽食飽啦！嚇，個匙羹擺喺身上面㗎。
unless it be one whom he pardons.
贏咗100個咯喎！食飽啦
And
食
let
飽
him
啦
not！shut his eyes to the faults of
食
offenders.
飽啦食飽。
But since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they
咦，
begin.
食飯食飯食飯
Remembering the fate of Heli,
食飯食飯食飯。
the well
Brother?
disposed and
Eh?
those of good understanding.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working somewhere? Idle hands. are
行
the
出
devil's
一
work.
步啫嘛！
I was feeling a bit queasy.
Brother,
咦
I wasn't born
喂，
yesterday.
我說服
This is your
15
first
喎。
warning. Don't do it again.
豬豬咁就犯咗一次㗎啦！ 咁就犯咗一次㗎啦，行出門口一下啫喎，吓？
My tongue, I have set a guard to my mouth.
睇先，
Good things. Here the
俾人哋
prophet
盯
shows
上
that
啊，
the
豬
spirit
豬
of silence ought to lead us at times
感
to
嘆
refrain
好
from
啫，又唔係食嘢都唔係
So
感
much
嘆
the
好，
more ought the punishment for sin make us avoid evil
冥想、
words.
祈禱同學
Therefore,
習，
since the spirit of silence, permission to speak should
唔
rarely
敢
be
踏出一
granted
步啦，而家好
by
驚
the。silence.
食完可以出去行啊！頭先入咗禁區，嗰個出口嚟嘅喎，禁區
And idle words or words that move to laughter.
咩禁區啊？嗰度唔係嗰度先出到去嘅咩？
For such conversation, we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth.
嗰個又唔得，呢個又唔得，禁區出走廊啫喎，禁區。喂，唔好拱我出嚟啊！唔禁區咯喎，吓？佢拱咗我入嚟喎，但係咁又唔算禁區喎。吓？佢拱咗，咁樣唔計係嘛？咁樣唔計啊？係咪唔計啊？咁樣啊？咁樣係咪唔計？咁我係，但我覺得出唔返喎嚇，呢度入去啦咁。係咪唔計啊？
What do you desire?
I'd like to ask.
唉，冇啦，
You're interested in what's
非
inside?
常困難喎。
Forbidden books, written by the devil himself.
咩啊？又乜嘢啊？又違反？幾時有啊？又唔違反嘞喎？點解又唔違反啊？頭先違反嘅喎，些許困難。
Praise be to Christ.
I'd like to ask.
Can't you see I'm working?
話呢條有最愛工作啊嚇，佢仲耐未停過嘅喎。點解紅咗嘅？蜘蛛網。
Get away from her, Captain. The book stood in there, aren't yours.
8點工作間工作，我唔知工作喺邊。喺飯堂度8點，豬豬啦！我俾人拱咗出嚟啫，我唔係有心犯罪㗎。 佢啱啱話咩啊？我喺門口入嚟，你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到。可選工作間，我而家又有啲肚餓啦，可唔可以食啲嘢先？我又有啲餓啦，可唔可以食啲嘢？都未8點，食多陣先。班友食飯食2個鐘咁耐都幾癲下喎！個匙羹就咁擺喺度，真係我100啦。地點係
I've read one of the manuscripts copied by one of the novices. I think I'm going to cry.
It's that touching, is it?
Touching? More like infuriating. A horrible, abominable waste of parchment. Young people have no respect for writing these days.
But they'll learn. We were no different.
因為難食，所以食耐啲啊！可憐啊！
Gregor, to.
呢個都真係，到底要唔要幫佢揾到藥呢？而家真係好難判定喎，而家情報唔夠。我嚟咗呢度啫，但我唔做嘢，佢應該都會唔會出事㗎？可選嚟嘅喎，唔係來佛拉斯應該唔會咁惡啩，係嘛？要做嘢嘅，咦？唉，好啦。
Praise be to Christ, bro.
I'm interested in the elect.
You're not alone.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Many brothers think more of.
唯一個唔撳。
I'll be interested to know more about Brother John.
I don't like to
speak ill of people, but Circuitor John is the worst person the monks could pick to represent them. He's nothing but an old schemer and pedant who preaches water but drinks wine. He's won the older brethren over because they know he won't call an end to their debauchery.
笑死。
Why do you want to become abbot?
Because when I see the way things are headed around here, I have no other option. Itinerant preachers speak of the corrupted black heart of the church, and I can't deny there's truth in what they say. I'd like to change things and bring back meaning and esteem to the monastery.
That's all. Thank you.
Peace be with you, brother.
唔做嘢都會罰啊！咦，好啦好啦，做啦做啦
What do you
做啦。
desire, brother?
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemists. I want you to prepare 2 marigold decoctions. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know when you're done. So
啊，可以煉金都好嘅。邊度啊？呢度啊？邊度煉金啊？俾人砸咗一次，就因為我多手咪多腳行咗去嗰度，哇！呢度煉金都可以按摩藥劑嘅，係咪傻㗎？嚇，修道院有呢啲嘢好嗎？一個沉麻，2個金盞花，冇乜都冇喎。全部攞晒就得啩？佢冇話唔俾我拎啊！死啦，又要見多次啊！可唔可以偷整保存藥劑啊？等我整咗2個金盞花先。用水1沉麻2金盞花，將沉麻擺落水煮1輪。靜置冷卻， 再加金盞花，但唔好煮。即係要水。死啦！我未拎尋麻同埋金盞花落嚟。尋麻擺落水煮一輪。跟住靜置冷卻，加入金盞花，但係唔好煮滾。金盞花2盞，跟住就可以完成啦。我煉金技術夠高，一次過整2支嘅喎，整多啲俾自己用得唔得？我已經有2支啦，睇下勁唔勁？我整一次就等於2支，好，偷偷地整保存藥劑先。尋麻同顛茄，尋麻。冇顛茄啊！咦，好彩煉金技術高啫。我整好啦，整好啦，我可以唔走啦。
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent.
Then, am I complete my job？ 冇咯喎，走啦走啦走啦走啦！就咁擺喺度。喂，嗰個收視線神經病就咁擺喺度，佢都唔知道啊！就咁擺喺度㗎啫喎。呢度有個葉係咪啊？唔係，佢就咁擺喺度做書來嘅書，即係咁依行一行路，俾我搵到一頁，係咪傻噶？求其行就搵到一頁，講嚟我好似喺第2度有見過另一個喎，好似係偷嘢食嗰度。吓！已經搵到第2頁啦喎，好難搵咩？閱讀計唔計升呢㗎呢個？好嘢！我而家有私有產啊！唔整藥啦，趁依家呢個時間睇先啊！佢話睇先，8點我搞掂啦，12點之前都係自由活動。其他白色嗰啲收視呢？去咗邊啊？哇！唔俾走㗎！我做完工作㗎咯喎，都唔俾走啊！
Talk to me, brother.
I'd like to ask, are there ever any...
Unfortunately, yes.
Tell me something...
The old abbot is practically on his deathbed.
Tell me about John.
John is a Socator and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural.
I'd like to know about...
Nevlis manages the monastery's property, although perhaps he's too keen to change our routines here.
Why does it matter so much?
Because the future direction of the monastery hangs in the balance. The younger brothers feel they have to work more. The older brothers take a different view. They say the younger monks want privileges they...
I thought politics weren't part of the monastic way.
You're right. But we know nothing besides the monastery and the abbot's...
Who would you like to be then?
John. There's no other candidate. Nevlis just babbles on and on. Don't take him seriously.
Who would you like?
I've thought...
Who would you like?
Brother John, obviously.
哦，即係呢個
Brother
係
John, obviously.
觸發晒就可以
Who's in charge
唔
of
白
things
色
around
啊！
Abbot Peter is the administrator.
And what happened?
Then we...
Are there any
Yes, there are. On one...
Tell me about...
得啦，一個月我都假和尚嚟。如果幫佢整藥水，我又可以有個堂堂正正嘅理由去拎開鎖氣話啊，因為我要幫內弗拉斯修士做嘢啊，所以先至攞藥水，咪先至攞開鎖氣。好啦，撳啦我。
You mentioned you need help with...
So you've changed your mind. I need to find a cure for Abbot Peter's illness.
What do you need me for?
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, I,
睇
however,
多
think
次
if
先。
the cure for Abbot Peter's illness could...
反正我都肯定要揾日潛行㗎啦。
I'm ready.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day. To pass unwatched, you'll need to go at night. They say Brother Solarius understands locks, but don't tell him why you need it. Once you have the book, bring it to me, and I'll then use it to make peace. We'll soon have the election of the abbot over and done with.
哇！呢度應該最刺激啊！
Is there any way I could help you get elected?
What would you like to do? Climb up?
Not exactly.
John isn't my opponent, he's my brother. Just like you and everyone. But there is something you could help me with. You must know there's a great deal of iniquity here in the monastery.
Should I find out for you what's going on around here?
Let me make this clear. I want to base my candidacy on putting things in order.
Very good then.
Thank you, brother.
哎呀死啦！撳咗你真係幫佢啊！而家變成哦
I'm interested
no，
You're not
撳咗
alone.
Why? What's
了
wrong with it?
Many brothers think more.
That's all.
點
Peace.
算啊？我已經撳咗啊！點算啊？我真係撳咗添。我諗住仲有方法拒絕，點知一撳就係添，咁就有啲麻煩啦。取得禁室嘅鎖匙，一個係院長室，唔係長老室，一個係圖書館，即係要偷嘢啦，但係我偷嘢能力好低啊，唔拿手。睇先啊，豬啊呢度，我可以離開呢度未啊？你繃帶，執咗先，話唔定有用呢，陣間要打交呢。執咗先，好口渴啊！我而家，哇！距離12點仲有排啊，練個金先啊，唯有練多啲金盞花，係尋馬嗬。解毒冇木炭，冇毒蘑菇，清醒藥劑冇，呢個力不從心。保存藥劑冇癲茄，想出去執雜草啊！雜草啫，唔係我癲茄唔得噶喎。當練金啦，水沉埋一集，跟住擺落水煮一輪。 跟住金盞花，個個都咁信新人係咯，我備受信用啊而家。擺落個盤度啦咁，擺落個盆度，跟住拎起個盤倒落去，咁咪唔使煩咯。跟住啲藥水我可以留喺自身嘅，有咩萬一我可以，或者我留嚟第二日做 quota 都好啊，係咪先？自己飲又好，第二日交差都好。睇嚟只能夠坐到12點。12點都唔係食午餐㗎喎，好似我記得。好彩呢隻 game 有得過時間啫，如果咪真係要儲到12點，傻的嘛？咩話？已經就嚟12點啦，真係！哇！我哋仲未潛入完喎，點算啊？中午要喺圖書館咩話？一日淨係食得一餐㗎咋？哇！好可憐。下午4點又要禱告，哇死啦！成個日頭都做唔到嘢㗎大佬。我走得未啊？12點㗎咯。圖書館啊嘛，仲未走得啊？得啦。2餐咩？我啱啱睇到佢冇第二餐喎。夜晚6點仲有一次食飯，佢話可以唔食啊嘛。佢話如果要冥想、祈禱或者學習，可以替換就餐同埋睡覺，即係我唔瞓同埋唔食飯嘅話，基本上6點就自由時間啦。溝麵包3餐，即刻食㗎啦，其實。揾到佢啦！呢個乜修斯終於揾咗佢好耐。
I'm looking for something a little unorthodox.
And what would that be exactly?
需要武器，需要開鎖器。
Lockpicks? And what would you like those for?
關你咩事啊？先啊。
I'd like to practice opening locks, just for the fun of it.
Just for fun. 咁都得。
So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks. Can't say fairer than that, can I?
得，等陣攞俾你。唔好走住啊！嘢食呢？巡查咯，真係巡㗎喎。佢要幾多啊？好危險喎！終於揾到啦！嗰條友揾咗好耐，都唔知佢喺邊。佢呢？我唔想帶住贓物喺身上行啊！佢喺邊啊？佢去咗邊啊？大鑊了，人都唔見埋。
Brother, what are you doing here?
I had other affairs that needed to be attended.
Brother, I'm sorry, but I don't believe. This is your second warning.
哎呀，芝芝，我要帶住裝物食咗佢啦。既然係咁，食咗佢啦。我唔要帶喺身上面，好危險啊！呢啲咁嘅嘢。又俾人警告啦，第二次啦，豬豬啦，唉，真係都係12:30啫，阿芝阿 Jo， 唉，一陣間唔得嘅。
I've heard there is some forbidden.
That's correct.
How does a book get on the forbidden list?
Forbidden works are full of heresy and blasphemy and witch.
Could a book be prohibited by mistake?
No errors are made.
I don't need to hear anything else.
嗰個應該唔得啊。
I found a few pages of the Torah.
Wonderful. Keep.
I'm here to work.
Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you. 凳都冇張，豈有此理？有喎，我有凳坐㗎噃。哇！頂你咩？吓？知るかよ。啊！黐撚線㗎！我鬼識拉丁文啊！神經病啊！呢隻 game 有冇得撞㗎？睇先個咩 D 唔知乜乜乜嗰個乜嘢字嚟㗎？睇落似呢個吓？咁蒙查查睇屎忽啊！我睇邊先啱啊，大佬！哇，眼都盲啊，大佬！眼盲啦！黐線 game， 黐線嘅，ちょっと待って，我到底邊句先啱？紅色字啊，唔知咩 D 字，黐線㗎！咁鬼暗睇鬼到啊！你先啊，試有1隻字、2隻字、3隻字、4隻字，1、2、3、4，1、2、3、4，1、2、3、4，全部都4隻字喎，啱啱好。睇落似呢個，因為臨尾隻字好似呢個。哇，媽咪啊，什麼白痴遊戲嚇，當玩家係乜嘢？睇唔到啊！救命啊！呢啲字都唔知咩字嚟嘅，黐埋一嚿成撇屎咁樣睇鬼到啊！1、2就係字數應該大家都差唔多，又有個 TOT 咁樣嘅嘢喺度喎，嚇冇嘅嚇嚇嚇！哎呀，伸個頭太近添。今次係第一句嘅黑色字嚇，點解次次唔一樣嘅？A 字頭啦，跟住 F 字頭啦，跟住有個好細嘅字啦。F 字
PE 噔噔噔噔噔噔噔噔，呢個又似呢個又似喎，大佬睇先。呢第一個字都有 T 啊，唔係喎，呢度有 L， 又唔一樣呢？又唔一樣呢？寫到鬼畫符咁樣。好似有兩個 P 喎，點解呢個啦咁？Am I success？ 我唔知啊，睇落個形似就係啦。如果我亂咁寫到亂咁寫到歪錯晒嘅話，會點啊？會唔會畀人罰？第一日就畀人警告2次啦，陰公知我仲有幾多次 quota？ 佢又好似冇講 quota 喎。頂靚字版定醜字版？亨利仔寫應該都算靚字版啩。
Such a waste of parchment.
吓
Could you?
吓，但我又獲得咗明星喎，笑死我真係。佢話我嘥羊皮紙，但我又獲得明星喎，咩事啊，大佬？笑死，咁即係點啊？誒呢個喂，你個眼盲嘅喺你後面已經有一張紙，你咁樣都揾唔到啊！真係，我已經揾到3張紙啦。唔係啦，咁冇啦。但係我去其他地方都冇辦法攞呢個揾書頁嚟做藉口，幫我唔俾人罰嘅吓，我成日俾人罰喎，今日俾人罰咗2次喎。好過掹草，都係嘅，掹草掹極佢都話我唔啱嘅。冇第二個書頁啦。好想偷嘢啊！可唔可以趁佢瞓覺嗰時偷啊？整暈佢。有冇巡查啊？呢個唔係啦，呢個唔係啦，呢個唔係啦。
What would you like?
I've heard about this.
Who told you about that?
I've heard there.
That's correct.
What if I just...
You could not. They are libri prohibiti. And the only...
可以口才
Not
說
even
服
if I were to
佢。
beg or promise a favour?
If you could prove
嚇！
to
竟
me
然成功
that you
咗
truly like books, then maybe.
I don't need to hear anything else.
嚇！
I found a few pages.
Wonderful.
嚇！
Praise be to...
嚇！得咗定點啊？睇先。佢話吓，佢點啊？都幫唔到手嘅。唔得嘅，佢又話畀我睇。喂，你應承話畀我睇嘅喎。喂，
I'd like to ask.
又話畀我睇嘅，點解㗎？講完唔算數㗎？我又幫你揾書頁喎。根本冇嘢執啊！佢 佢又盲嘅，喺佢背後面就有一頁紙，佢都唔知嚇。咦？而家又唔捉嘅？佢點為之捉飯啊？再嚟一次先。我咧，到底係攞咩嚟做判定嘅呢？我要做功課做到4點喎。仲有幾粒鐘。我營養仲有98都唔肚餓嘅，啱啱。會唔會即刻捉我㗎？吓？好明顯畢咗啦。諗先。我而家想要開鎖器啊！食飯嘅時候會唔會就見到佢呢？喺當住咁多人面前交易，好似唔係咁好喎，係嘛？當住咁多人面前交易，應該唔係咁好啦，係嘛？冇人見到我。頂，嗰個行出嚟。好慢啊！佢哋行路好難玩啊！件白色衫好難潛行，真啊！我都覺得好想着黑色衫啊！着白色衫點潛行啊？夜晚晚一睇就睇到。揾唔到菜內乜乜啊？幾個人係咩人嚟啊？咦？佢哋唔使做嘢喎。該唔會有人突然間查我啩？冇咗先算。但係佢又冇講話要攞咩嘢食。咁多個嘅，唔使攞咁多啊！唉，多少都係咁噶啦，唉。有頁數係。字上面有冇人呢？大你莫言係。我冇開鎖器啊！喂，落個樓梯啫，唔使咁激動嘅。12點啦，點算啊？而家唔係答話嘅好時機。 雖然身上有贓物，令我非常之安以不。到咁樣啦，4點啊，等到就嚟12，唔係啊，已經過咗12點啦，我都唔知點過呢個 game， 好難玩，我又冇保存日劑。好。咦？哇！條友都冇剩嘅。夠鐘啦係嘛？得睇先。唔係呢個唔係，呢個都唔係。喺邊度啊佢
Talk to me, brother.
I'd be interested to hear what... I'm interested in Lucas.
No one knows much about him. It's as if he wanted to get it all over with as soon as possible. By it, I mean his entire life.
What about Yodok?
Be on good terms with him. If you show even the slightest hint you don't like him, he'll make your life hell. He's a slimy little pedant who'll rat you out to the superiors. Once he finishes his novitiate, I imagine he'll want to climb his way up the ladder to at least...
What can you tell me about Siskin?
That there's no man alive less...
You don't know.
I've heard things. Siskin must have been like him. Fighting, drinking, fornicating.
Why is he in the monastery?
No one knows. Maybe he...
Do you think he has a seat?
Don't we all?
That's all I wanted to know. That's all. I'd like to ask... Well, that's all.
同佢講派下金應該未係時候啫。有冇癲茄啊？冇癲茄。啊，邊個咧？交換嘢啊！我身上面成身都係贓物啊！有咩快拎啊？你真係驚俾人捉啊！揾出佢喺邊先。呢個內佛拉斯，呢個係巡查長老。喂，佢冇過嚟祈禱㗎。我身上邊有贓物啊！我想快啲交易啊！點解人都唔見埋嘅？遲到喎，安東尼斯。雖然係我搞到佢遲到，冇嘅。唯有唔食飯啦，反正我哋有麵包，係咪先？到底啊，塞內乜喺邊啊？佢唔使過嚟祈禱嘅咩？吓，咁快放飯？未6點喎。我要揾出佢喺邊啊！可以唔食飯啊嘛，唔食飯我就唔食飯。喺度見到啦。
What would you like?
個麵包值咁多㗎咋
？Talk to me.
I'm looking for some...
And what?
I'm looking for...
Luck?
當住咁多人面講。
I'd like to practice...
Well, why? So you heard I'll trade them for food.
哎呀！ 咁唔值錢嘅，原來早知道煉金多幾個啦，咁值錢嘅。等陣先，4416賺0.7蚊啊！
Talk to me, brother.
Brother, I've a favor to ask.
I see. So,
Well, yes.
that won't be easy. I can tell you that straight off.
There's something else.
Brother.
先啦。
I'd like to.
But this very obedience will be acceptable to God and pleasing to men only if one
見習收市收埋啲錢喺邊咩？係喎，我未食嘢㗎，未食嘢喎，去邊都得啦，係嘛？收埋啲錢唔緊要，我整到個金盞花咪得咯。幾簡單，又唔使犯法呵。開鎖係一個唔知撐到幾耐就是了。喺後面傾緊偈，我喺度練金，練金可以賺錢啊！一個金盞花，順查仔快入嚟話呢個染仔嚟㗎，唔好啊！唔好通知佢啊！我勤力喺度練緊金啊，我為緊修道院提供貢獻啊！而家我冇食飯啊，我冇食飯㗎嚇，講明先，我冇食飯，我冇食飯啊！我而家有幾多個啊？7支啊，7321。可以唔食飯噶嘛嚇，但係你所有人去食飯嘅時候，梗係你先啊！食飯食到7點，自由活動喺7點之前要搞掂。但係你冇煙啦，有咩
This looks like the dregs after a night's drinking. Who could be coming here?
調查？我唔諗住調查喎。哇！隻條魚值4蚊啊！偷佢啲魚食，哈哈哈！趁啲人喺度食飯。火把酒應該比較值錢。娛樂咁值錢嘅，攞麵包先，我而家食啊！我而家食啊！好，走啦走啦，此地不宜久啦，唔好做得太過分。收埋地板啊！仲有啲時間。地板啊！佢邊度瞓嘅呢？好似喺呢度附近喎。話地板點揾啊？夜晚睇佢瞓邊先。
Brother? What are you doing here?
I definitely was there.
Brother, save your excuse. Now, this is your third.
I've had enough of this.
You dare resist
I apologize.
Now, show me what you have on you. I must confiscate anything.
哇死啦！頂，總之唔過嚟呢度啦，唔食嘢啫，唔食嘢都唔得。你入獄了，我啲金盞花冇晒啊！仲要身上有贓物嘅時候俾人捉到。草日冇晒，返唔到工，GG。Holy shit！ 乜讀取遊戲啊？咁樣玩唔到噶喎。11:11shit。仲拉太比冇食屎啦。
Peace be with you, brother.
約翰貴様。哇！等同要重玩喎，大佬，冇1個鐘嘅進度啊！真係 GG。但係12:30啦，我真係要瞓覺啦。呢度應該係我瞓醒第1日係嘛？咁應該都 OK 嘅，我覺得。好彩瞓咗覺 save 咗啫。就因為食飯多手行咗出去一步咧，就無啦啦俾人警告咗一次，真係激死！點解啲 BGM 咁樣？我睇下，等我哋確認下喺邊一個位先。嗱，既然係咁，先確認下藥西施金，佢話擺喺地下喎。地下邊度？地下啊！未4點啊！既然都 save 咗啦，既然都 save 咗啦。既然都 save 咗啦，係嘛？既然都 save 咗，冇嘢唔得㗎啦。夾把嚟啦咁，但我哋仲未揾到派亞斯啊，冇人捉我。我都踎咗成晚，呢個算唔算任務物品啊？算啦，唔捉㗎。有冇嘅收視夜行醫都好喎。我扮咩都唔知先。
I'm Gregor. And you are Lucas.
呢個未同佢哋傾過偈。
I don't. What can you tell? No. What can you tell? No. You really don't.
圖書館收視暈咗，冇人知，冇人知道，笑死。
You really don't.
like to. Will you tell me? I mean, come on.
What happened?
Will you tell me? I mean, where you? I'm.
我諗照講都得嘅，反正我都 save 咗。
Looking for someone?
I am a novice.
Why would you be looking amongst monks?
Oh.
You know the laws of.
I'm looking for a footpad who's hiding.
哇，傻㗎！七你仔講晒出嚟。
I heard something about that.
Because you could help me.
That can't be.
Talk to him. Do you have any idea which of the novices could be the imposter?
I don't know, and I don't care to know. I wish you'd never told me. Now,
will you tell me? I mean, where I'm.
既然都撳咗啦，唔理啦。
Because you could. That. I don't know yet.
It won't be easy to drag this criminal away from the.
Do you have any idea which?
I don't know, and I don't care to know. I wish.
There's something I should tell you.
You're looking for something?
I am a novice.
Why would you?
I'm looking for a footpad who's. Because you could help me.
That.
I don't. Do you have? I think that you're the man I'm looking.
What are you on about?
I am. Your secretiveness,
But you're wrong. You've made a terrible mistake.
You're lying. You are pious.
Saint Anthony, pray for me. Help! Is anyone there?
佢走佬喎！佢走佬！長老
A new brother, a novice.
Welcome amongst us. How do you like it here?
太棒了！
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
I have some unsettling news. I've been told you've lied about who you are.
It's true that I'm not who I say I am. I'm not the young Lord.
Why would you agree?
Money. I was drowning in debt, and the money from Sir Carl helped my family stay afloat. Carl never wanted to become a monk, but Father, it's better for me to serve God here than continue my life as sin.
Thank you for your honesty. Continue to be an exemplary monk, and I promise I'll forget about what's happened.
Thank you for your.
哇，仲獲得聲望添啊，盧卡斯。
I don't want to talk to you.
人呢？啲人呢 ？save 咗真係大晒啊！而家有鎖匙嚇，直接偷咗，就嚟餓死啊！但係唔緊要，我哋偷嘢食。佢咁慌，佢係咪就係佢啊 ？By the way， 定係我唔應該攞呢個 save 再嚟過啊？因為我篤爆咗嗰條友啊！佢而家唔同我講嘢啦。
I feel quite hungry. Greetings, brother.
Greetings.
Trouble?
You're young.
I'm interested in.
Nobody knows much about.
Do you have any ground?
Quite a lot. No.
Do you know anything about?
Only that he came to the monastery. He's always had.
What can you tell me?
Oh, he's always got.
真係冇咯喎！真係冇咯喎，點算啊？圖書館館長。
Their weakness must be taken into consideration by the abbot.
Praise be to Christ.
The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot,
點揾啊？派阿師真係揾唔到。我哋今次知道咗係可以直接駁暈個圖書館管理員嘅嚇，咁啊 住玩得好，有 save 就亂嚟。係隻 game 係咁玩㗎啦，難道不是嗎？要慢慢查，咁就冇得急咯。等啲人走晒先至搏暈佢。咩事都冇發生，瞓覺。竟然冇代價㗎，呢個位瞓覺啦，係咪先？冇代價，梗係呢個位瞓覺，攞咗鎖匙先算。睇下先，讀取遊戲。我個 save 呢？我個 save 呢？我個 save 呢？ save 呢？ save 呢？冇 save 嘅嘛，大佬。一撳就咩覆蓋現存嘅存檔，好驚喎，大佬。唔緊要啦，下次直接嗱，下次提我一開場就搏暈圖書管理員嚇，跟住偷個鎖匙，跟住我哋就可以落去偷嘢食，跟住然後就即刻同菜即刻喺食堂度同阿邊個傾偈，即場做買賣啊！咁啊即刻攞開鎖器。好，就咁決定，我哋唔好 save 以防萬一。好啦，咁啊，今日12點半啊，我哋準備完啦。下次本身諗住聽日嘅，不過應該後日啦。好，咁啊，我哋後日先見啦，都係隔一日開會好啲，係啦。咁我哋咩對血好飢餓冇呢咁嘅事啊？嗱，呢個盧卡斯好可疑啊！好。咁我哋完啦，如果鍾意就畀個 like 同埋訂閱 channel 啦。咁我哋晚安，下次見。